Hi, I'm Melissa P. Dunn, CEO of MD Marketing Network, your success coach, philanthropist, global speaker, and founder at DunnWisdom. Today, I am inviting you to step out of your history and into your destiny. What are you thinking about? What are you dreaming of? Now, see, I believe that there's a calling on your life. I believe that you are destined for greatness. I believe that there is a fire burning deep inside of you that was implanted by the Creator. Are you ready to step into it? Are you ready to become the best version of yourself? Now, sometimes on our way to fulfilling our destiny, things happen, right? Things pop up. And the past sometimes has a way of shackling us and keeping us still and keeping us from fulfilling our God-given vision. Well, today, I want you to take a step with me. Today, I want you to commit to freeing yourself from the shackles of the past and fully immersing yourself into your destiny. Here are some things that will help you. I want you to forgive yourself. Forgive yourself of anything that you think you may have done or may have not done. Release yourself. And then I want you to forgive the person who may or may not have committed that thing to you. See, my thing that was holding me back, my past that was shackling me, was the guilt that I felt about losing my son. So I had a child that was born premature. He was born at 28 weeks. I was in and out of the hospital. In fact, a majority of my 5 months pregnant was spent in Hackensack Hospital. And after my son died, well, he was born, he lived for 31 days, and after he passed away, I was filled with so much guilt. I was so depressed. I couldn't eat. I didn't even think I was worthy to sleep in my own bed. I would sleep on the floor. That's how torn up and depressed I was. And I went back to work and, I produced really good results. At the time, I was a director of health systems at the American Cancer Society's office in Manhattan. And I was doing good work. I was helping a lot of people in the day. But when I came home at night, I was so depressed. I was suicidal. I was inconsolable. And at the same time, I was going through a divorce. So I'm sure you can imagine how heavy that was on me. And then when I decided to move to Miami and start over, unfortunately, I brought a lot of that pain and a lot of that guilt with me. And I have to tell you, it took me 13 years before I started to free myself of it. And another 3 years on top of that before I forgave myself, before I forgave my body, and before I really started to pour love back into my body, love back into my womb. It took time for me to free myself, but it's the best thing I've ever done. So I'm inviting you. If there's some kind of pain that you're carrying around right now, there's some sort of trauma that you're carrying around right now, forgive yourself. Forgive the other person. Release yourself from the shackles of that pain. Thirdly, I want you to become for you what it is that you're missing. So there are some people who have gone through painful relationships. I know I certainly have. In fact, if you've been following me, you know that I've been divorced twice. You know that both of my husbands cheated on me. Both of them were not there for me. And so that pain has given birth to a desire in me to be in a faithful relationship. It's given a desire in me to be with somebody that's kind and loving and supportive. So while I'm waiting on the universe or God to bring my lifelong partner to me, I'm being what I'm trying to attract. So I'm being kind to myself. I'm being gentle to myself. I'm being supportive to myself. I'm being my best cheerleader. So Be what you're asking for. Be that to yourself. Fourth is live in the now. Sometimes I find myself thinking about Uriel, who's the name of my son. His name was Uriel Isra Wisdom. Sometimes I find myself thinking about Uriel. And I'm at the point right now where I can think about him with joy, and I can think about him with peace. But back then, anytime I thought about it, all it would do was make me feel a lot of pain. So I've learned to live in the now. I learned to be happy where I am and excited about where God's taking me. And I invite you to do the same. Fifth, speak about your future. Do you remember in the beginning of the video, I asked you what you're dreaming about, what you're envisioning about, the seed of greatness that's been planting in you? Talk about that. If you're thinking and dreaming about starting a business, speak about the business. Say what impact you're trying to have in the world. If you're dreaming about finding that lifelong partner, who is he? Who is she? If you're dreaming about finding that lifelong partner, talk about them. How will they show up? What kind of relationship are you trying to create? And finally, this last tip for me is the most important tip of all. In fact, for me, it's my superpower. Tip number 6 to freeing yourself from the shackles of your history and stepping into your destiny. For me, it's anchoring your spirit. What does that mean? It means really connecting with that which is greater than yourself, that is in you, right? Anchor yourself, anchor your spirit. Whatever your beliefs, whatever it is, but you have to find something to plant your roots in so that when storms of life starts to blow, you may sway, you may even fall down, but you'll get back up because you're deeply rooted, you're anchored. So that was my 6th tip for you. Anchor your spirit. Now I do that through prayer and meditation, and it works for me. Every morning that I wake up, I give God thanks. Every morning that I wake up, I say, thank you for my family. Thank you for this universe. Thank you for my clients that you're bringing me. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to serve more people. Thank you. And then I set my intention for the day. And I ask Spirit, I ask the universe, I ask God to work with me and through me so that I may impact many. So I invite you to do the same thing. Now, freeing myself from my history, one of the best things I've ever done. I invite you to do the same thing. Okay? Let me know how it goes. I really want to hear from you. My name again is Melissa P. Dunn, CEO of MD Marketing Network, your success coach, philanthropist, global speaker, and founder at DunnWisdom, reminding you to be kind and loving to yourself today. Let's get it.